know when everybody's live.
Uh-huh.
Sick.
It says I am, I think.
And welcome everybody to the Monkey Show Flies Around the World. We are here today in Danang International Airport in Danang, Vietnam. We are going to be flying to Hong Kong International in Hong Kong, Thailand, flying our new Embraer 505 Phenom 300s. As usual, we have Mr. Moondog 88, who is off to...
Hello.
He's off to my left here. And we have Zigzaggy over here, off to my right.
Hello.
His plane looks a little weird. That's because his plane is finishing up mating with a Grand Caravan, so let's just give them
I don't know what you're
privacy.
commenting about because on my screen you're mating with the same caravan.
Uh-oh.
Well, welcome, Panda.
And yes, Panda, thank you for the happy 100 subs there. I love the fact you put it in caps and you spent 2 seconds in chat before you got timed out. But thank you. Thank you very much. I want to thank everyone else who has subscribed to help get me to the 100. And I want to congratulate Draco who got to his 50.
Yep, good job, guys.
Yep. We've both hit our goals, so now we're going to be
The
moving
next goal.
onward and upward.
The next goal. And I also want to take this time to also mention I am helping support BP on BP Gives Back, his charity drive for Christmas drive for needy family. His link, I wanted to put it down in my page here so it would directly link to his donation bar. You can find it on his page on Discord. No, not on Discord. On YouTube and Twitch. If that's too complicated, if you do donate it, you want to donate, you can donate it to me. Put in the message for BP's charity drive, and I will then send it to him. So if you feel like it, you have the extra, feel free to help someone who will be very appreciative in these holiday seasons. So that'll be on my page until his drive is done.
Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead, excuse me, a little bit beyond there. I think we're going to go ahead and start getting everything started up. Zig likes to cheat and start his plane.
Oh, I got here early before the show started, and I got mine up and running.
I was here, but I crashed out.
Right.
System crashed. Not. I didn't actually crash the plane or nothing.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start closing all of our stuff up. Come on.
Did I shut? Yeah, I shut the door. Yeah, shut the door. Had to look twice. Oh, no problem, Panda. I'm just saying, if you want, if you're available or can, even thinking about someone, that's cool. Here's a trick, Panda. Let your parents see it. Tell them it's for a good cause, and do the same thing. If they would donate to the Salvation Army or anything, just go, well, let's just send $5 to, or $2 to, or whatever. See if it works. You never know.
So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves started here.
Finish that. Go straight into checklist. And because Zig said we can't do the whole emergency setup, we're just going to jump up to checklist.
You can.
Terrain system test OK.
HTOS test OK.
So we don't run our batteries down.
The emergency one, actually, we can run through
Terrain
one.
system
That's
test
fairly
OK.
quick.
HTOS
And
test
documents,
OK.
Auto oxygen, bus ties, bus knob generators.
Oh, we're
Bus
going to do
feeds.
this today. No, good.
Batteries,
Super.
generators,
That's
bus tie, bleeders, crossfeed. We're already up to the test, which is in off. See?
Max
So
auto.
break it on. fuel pump and all the way up to
It's
this
tied to auto.
pusher. So auto, cross field off. That's pushed out. Open, armed. Shoot. And that should be
Throttle
on.
off. Circuit breakers checked. Fuel pump switches. We're gonna move that on auto.
When it's
Cross
on,
feed off.
engine switch off. Wing stabilizers. Panda. Flying on your iPad, but it's not realistic.
Probably not.
Probably, yeah. I can't come up with anything encouraging there, and I'm sorry, I can't. But you're learning the basics of flying and keeping it in the air.
Tell him to fly with VR on his tablet.
VR on the tablet.
Shield off. ADS.
Dump button pushed out. Yep. Air conditioning.
Stab. Switch off.
Wave it to auto.
Auto.
It just gives me a little extra time to drink beer and get my pregame on while you guys do all that nonsense.
Shut off buttons. That's off. That's off.
Don't you know you're supposed to do sound check before the show starts?
Flaps. Go! Take off then.
2
Um,
Guard.
power up. We have battery switches, GPU, and CVR panel.
That's good.
That.
That's oh.
Fire. Fire. Fire.
It's on.
Fire.
Power up. Done.
Stall. Stall.
Protection.
good.
Run down all the way down to the seat belts.
Fine.
Tell Zig drinking and flying is the same as drinking and driving.
This is a video game.
It is, but you have longer to hit the ground.
It's all right. More time to drink.
Oxygen pressure. Check. Ignition switches to auto.
Seat belts. Emergency
Saddles
lights.
auto. Brake set. Doors closed. GP disconnect.
Fuel quantity and balance oxygen.
Batteries
Yes,
and voltage
18.
checked.
Engine auto.
Engine 1 starting up.
Idle. And doors closed.
Be ready to pick it up when you get to after start.
Start.
What do you mean pick it up?
Well, that's where I'm at. I'm at the after start screen.
Yeah, so am I. Just get the engines going. Engine 1 is stabilized. Engine 2 is spooling up. Oh, I just wish I could figure out what that SWPS test panel is.
Google it.
You Google it.
I don't know how to Google.
Automatic control unit. Alright.
What's that one?
The autopilot stuff.
Oh.
Which that'll get set after I do the flight plan anyways.
I'm gonna submit 25,000.
So takeoff data is in the.
Set my climb for
That's all.
2,000 feet.
That's all in this one.
And outside temperature is
28 degrees.
Wait a minute. Did you? Oh,
28 Celsius, yes.
oh, I did the wrong one. What was it? What was the outside temperature, did you say?
28 degrees.
Oh, wow. It's warm today.
LFE. Does anybody have the LFE for Hong Kong?
In a moment, I will. Oh, we can do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's go back on that. Go over
T6.
to-
So I'm gonna set my barometer real quick. So we're about 35 feet off the ground.
VHHH.
So are you doing your...
Altitude is 28 feet.
28 feet. So we'll leave
On that.
that at Alright, so take off speeds. Let me look at the performance table. We are 0 feet, 172. It is 28, so we're going to go up to 30.
Danang ground clearance.
107, 107, 116.
I am definitely doing IFR. Zig is or is not. I can't. You are?
I did, I think, yeah. So what is it? 107?
107, 116. VREF should be 116 also.
Okay. Your ref is 116.
One.
And VR is, would you say 106?
107.
107. I think it was 106 last night.
6.
Oh, that needs to be on.
Head up.
And then the V1 is 107 as well, right?
Yep.
And then the V2 is 116.
Right.
Well, I wish you could turn that knob a little faster.
You're telling me. Or at least I'll be able to put it in with like a number pad or something.
Yeah.
Panda, do I want to hear a joke? Sure, why not?
Hey, Freeze, welcome to the stream. It's alright if you've been there for a minute. Trying to get set up here.
What's the joke there, Panda?
Tail speeds. Yes. There it is.
Okay, 116.
Set that radar. 500 feet. That's kind of where I
Would you
Set
like
it.
say reference was 116, 106?
VREF 116, VR 107, V1 107,
Oh, 106. Okay.
V2 116.
Okay, 500 feet.
Hi Carlos, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I am sorry I do not speak, I'm guessing Spanish, but welcome to the stream anyway. You know, Panda, you wouldn't have a problem with Nightbot if you followed the rules.
He's over there because of Nightbot.
Yeah, he goes,
Fine.
you want to hear a joke? I said, sure. He goes, Nightbot.
That's not a.
Okay,
Portuguese.
Conditions.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I do not speak
Pressure,
Portuguese, but welcome to the stream, Carlos. Well, how are you tonight?
30.06. Okay.
We'll go 300. That takes care of all those. Let's do that. Flight controls.
Checked and set 7.5. Got it.
let's
Flap
see
set to
here.
takeoff. We're gonna go.
Oh, what was 30.6?
Jet flight controls.
External lights.
Pull back. Move forward. Left. Right.
Go with taxi. Nav.
Thanks, good there.
Strobe. Go with some panel lights.
If we go outside, we can verify we have left.
Flap set. Check. Check off.
Okay, and the emergency light switch is armed.
Since it's warmer, we're gonna go with two ticks of flap instead of one. You do know
And
we'll
it's
take
not that I
off.
dislike Draco or Zig, but I'm going to turn the other way just so that my frame rates don't completely tank while I'm doing some of this stuff.
you guys.
It's getting a little foggy, so I'm hoping you guys decided IFR.
I haven't. I don't even know how to make it IFR without actually filing an IFR plan with FSX.
Sometimes I thought that pops up as an option when you contact the tower.
Trims are set. Flaps.
I chose IFR because I didn't think we would have access to approach charts, so I told Moondog last night after we were done flying that I would be willing to try that again because I feel more comfortable in this plane. Like if it takes us in again like it did that one time and it wasn't even close.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like this plane handles like a plane that I'm familiar with, even though this is only like the 4th time I've flown it.
That's set. Got dampers
Ped
off.
belt. Ped belts off.
Alright, so that's set up.
Emergency week off.
Now we need to go to flight plan. Start entering all this fun stuff.
Oh yeah, we have that still yet, don't we? All right. So, do we have an approach there, Zig?
A departure?
Do we have a departure? Do we have an approach? Do we want to try and do?
I had not looked up an approach because you kind of need to know. You got to kind of have the.
Left or
we
right?
do. We do have an approach. Yes. I mean, I do have one.
Do we
on
want
my
to
other
wait, or do we
screen.
want to try and do it now and see how it makes a mess of it?
Well, like, do you mean programming in the individual points
Yeah,
without selecting the approach?
correct. Or do we want to try?
Well,
the approach?
if we're flying an IFR, then
It's not going to really matter. We can
You
do it
don't-
last minute while we're
as
up
an
over.
emergency.
Yeah,
that's why I was saying earlier before we got on that you can call up the approach and have it on standby as an emergency if
Right.
the IFR when they bring you into someplace crazy.
Yeah, Carlos, Panda and Nightbot have a feud going on, and Panda always loses.
yeah. I was going to say, Panda's like not doing his best to defeat. There. Hello, pilot. Alvaro, David. Hello.
Damn it.
Thanks for stopping in. I'm trying to set up and listen as we go along here. Enter.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out.
Our flight plan is over here on this other page, so
Scroll down one. This is kind of the boring yet interesting part of.
Hey, T-Mux. We are in Danang, Vietnam. I assume you mean in the game. VVDN.
LT.
I might need to zoom in. I can't quite see that. VVDN. Okay, and then
Where would this VOR? Wouldn't be Japan. It'd be China, right? Because it's giving me Northwest USA, Japan, China, Malta. No, it's not Malta. I think it's China.
Yes, we are taking off from Danang, Vietnam, and we are flying to Hong Kong.
J.
Dan is only 1 nautical mile out, just to let you guys know.
Okay.
Noted.
So if you missed that one, don't worry about that one. Although we will be on IFR, so they'll be putting us on somewhere along the flight plan.
EAN, SYX.
And that we have at... No, wait a minute.
Ah, you stupid thing.
Oh, well, still SYX MLT, which is a little bit different than a BLT.
Alright, man. I'm
With
gonna
that,
go ahead and
that
try
would
and
be
put my approach
China.
and see what happens.
And I've got this. I'm gonna do that. And 21500.
SYX and then
Enter.
MLT.
We're gonna be looking at runway 7. We're gonna expect 7 left. ILS 7 left.
And then we got top of descent MCU.
See if I can get a little closer here to see.
MCU. That's going to be way too late for your top of descent, I think, maybe.
Right.
Maybe not.
Probably. Well, it probably
Yeah.
is. I'm just saying top of descent is in between there.
Yeah. So I
So
was saying there is no good waypoint, and there's no waypoint available. MCU, and
I
then
don't want to activate, just want to load it. Yeah, see, I'm not having the same problem you guys are having loading the approach, because I just loaded mine and no issues. It has my flight plan,
Well,
and then after that
you
it
know what
has
I'm
my
looking-
approach vectors.
we'll go to procedure right now. Select approach. Enter. VH. Enter. What does it have for ILS? Which one did you
7 left.
7 left,
do? 7 left.
and we're going to depart to the north.
It took out my first one again, Mundo.
It took out my first one also, but I have the approach in there.
VVDN.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 35 right using taxiway Echo 6
Okay,
Echo
that's the
1
correct way.
Embraer 02 Foxtrot.
That's one real quick.
So did you have the destination airport highlighted when you put it in or anything?
I had it after. I had it on the line after it.
Okay.
But I've done it after and I've done it on it, so both have done the same thing that we've had. The flight plan I don't have our beginning, so if I scroll all the way back up to the top,
Yeah, it's like I'm getting ground clutter too now on the weather radar.
Yeah. ILS 07 left.
that should be.
What did you pick for the transition?
I did not. I let it just fill it in.
So we will take a quick outside view here.
Well, it only gives you limes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I see that one.
Oh, well, yeah. That's.
Oh, there it is.
you
There it
do
is.
that,
I
yeah.
see it.
See if I can get a good view of all three of us. And I will be right back in one moment, gentlemen.
And as soon as I put the VD, or the initial takeoff, limes and everything is all mixed in there.
Huh. Yep.
But as soon as I take it out,
That's crazy.
it's still all crazy in there. So I'm going to clear it all back out again.
I don't understand. He didn't have a problem with that on the video.
No. B, D, N, enter. My flight plan is all back in order as soon as I cleared out the other.
Yep.
So I guess if we get to that point where we have to do a loop around or something, we miss it, and we loop around, then we put a direct route to Hong Kong, and then do an approach right off of that. It did it for me, because then that's the only waypoint. So that'll just continue to fly IFR in. We'll work on it. Okay, everyone watching, this is a new plane for us. We are trying our best to learn it. It's at that point where this is what we have. You have guys trying their best. All right. Taxi configuration, cast signs are good, signs and outlets, and then yaw down. 35 right for takeoff. Okay, so if I was to read that back, it would be Embraer MM26D. Wait a minute, stop, try it again. Embraer Mike 26 Delta. Oh crap. What's O? Delta Oscar Golf. Taxi 2 and hold short runway 35 right via E6 E1. Contact tower on 125 when ready. Or just Embraer Delta Oscar Golf.
Okay, I'm back.
Get configuration. Cast.
Flight plan.
Did we have to activate the first leg, Moondog? No.
No.
It shows
No,
it as activated.
It shows it's active, yeah, because it's got the magenta line from VVDN to DAN, but we'll be past that quickly.
Yep.
That's all set. I may have to file an IFR plan once I get up in the air.
All right. So if you guys started getting ground clutter on your weather radar one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that would be, that's the traffic. It's all over the place right there. Yeah. Cool. All right. It's on.
Whether it picks up storms or not.
We'll just have to wait and see on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Train proximity. It's all red. I wonder why. I can't seem to find the ground. That's a good test. And then map, traffic, ranged. I don't want it that short. 12. All right. So push back. And we'll do
Climb and maintain 14,000.
You have 14. I had 8.
Alright, doing my pushback.
I'm already
What?
pushed back.
Does anybody know the runway heading?
6,000.
I
It's
don't.
35, so I'm not sure. It's going to be 350 something, but I don't have it.
I mean, you'll know it once you on the runway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to remember. That's the problem.
Hopefully I don't back into Moondog.
Well, I've got an Embraer backing up beside me, so I'm going to rotate away from him.
You guys are going to
Yes.
35 also, right?
Yes.
You guys pushed back and started your taxi already?
Yes.
Alright.
Danang ground, Pacifica 6819er, taxi to the gate. Pacifica 6819er, taxi to the gate.
That's one thing I'm having a hard time getting used to. Is how
What's that?
touchy the engines are.
Echo 3, Echo 6, Echo 4, Pacifica 6819er.
Yeah, you're taxiing at like 35% power. Taxiing.
And for those of you who watched the last stream, you'll notice that there is no more flickering of my taxi lines. Apparently, Rex 4 and the DirectX 10 preview of FSX do not play well together.
Let's see. So we're taxiing down, following Draco.
It's a short taxi.
Yeah. Well, there.
Whoa! Moondog, is that you?
What? I'm on the taxiway, yes.
Cut right in front of me, or did I cut around you? Or did
I
you
was
even-
already on here. What I had done was I looped around
You went
to
the long
my
way.
left and looped around and got onto the this main taxiway.
You just drove through me. It's okay.
I didn't see you. You
I
wasn't
didn't
ahead
see
of me.
you.
Danang Tower, Embraer, November 502, Foxtrot, ready at runway 35, right, north departure.
I've been starting to taxi more with the in-cab view, and maybe I shouldn't, or I need to be
Yeah, I was.
Look- looking
I
around
was
a
in
little
in
more.
view. I was in view, but I didn't look around. I knew I was ahead of you. I thought so.
Well, I thought I was behind all you guys. I didn't realize you went you looped around out the other.
Yeah. I was slightly closer. It wanted me to back up and then pass behind you guys, but Draco's already moving. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. There's no one to my left. Loop the other way. Draco's pulling out. Jada Tower. Let's take off.
Engines are holding good.
Cleared for takeoff 35. So we'll just wait for Drako to
Let's
take off there.
double check our checklist, make sure we've done our pre-takeoff
Trying to get away from me.
before
Lights,
takeoff.
thrust. The only thing I haven't done is the thrust, which I'm going to do here in just a second.
Airport head. The runway heading is 355.
355.
That's what I'm getting.
Okay.
Gear up. Flaps up.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
And I'm
Too
out.
low. Terrain.
02 Foxtrot, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Danang approach. Embraer November 502 Foxtrot. His type Embraer 2 miles north of Danang. Request flight following. Embraer November 502 Foxtrot. Danang approach.
Up.
Squawk
Hold it.
0013.
Set the brakes. Power up.
Paolo, I use a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. It's about $30.
And
welcome to the stream, by the way.
Okay,
Rest up.
Request.
Engines are good.
Embraer 02 Foxtrot. Radar contact 5 miles north of Danang 2900. Altimeter 3006.
Start clock.
Oh shit. That's not good. So that whole FLC thing does not work for me.
80.
Well, I wouldn't, yeah. I mean, it probably takes a little bit of
1.
practice.
Rotate.
It's finicky, so.
Gear up.
Embraer 02 Foxtrot. Contact Ho Chi Minh Center on 123.3. Going to 123.3. Embraer 02 Foxtrot.
Laps all.
Select director switched on. Pilot master switch on. To hold.
Turn right heading. Yes. No.
Hate this buggy ass autopilot.
772. Danang departure, roger. Altimeter 3006. H772. Turn left heading 280. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 6000. Turn left heading 280. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain 6000. B772.
Maintain 15.
Alright, turning on to my heading. We're above 10,000. Alright, go to checklist.
Okay. We are up.
Right. Exit this.
Okay, turn right. Heading what? Oh, 025. Oh,
Yes.
come on.
Knowledge.
Stall.
All right, and we are in the air. We are flying our departure that ATC has given us.
Alright, so now I'm going to do after flight check. Landing gear
Stall.
up.
Stall.
Flaps up. Thrust lever condition. Yep. Altimeter cross check. Yes. Actually, it's 3 up. 7. Check. Go dampers on. Check. Above 10,000. Signs and outlets. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with... I'm sorry. What is wrong with this stupid ass thing?
Climb and maintain 10,000.
Which one are you trying to? Which button are you using?
Climb and maintain 10,000.
The vertical speed. It won't...
When you do vertical speed, you have to make sure you hit it, and it says on
Yes.
your.
It says VS,
Yep.
and I even have it set
Yes.
for minus 22,000 feet per minute. It's climbing at 36,000.
Wait a minute.
Do you have your autopilot on?
Yeah? Because it's...
Yeah, or it wouldn't be climbing.
No, it turned itself off.
Well, there you go.
Why the hell does it keep turning itself off? That's like the third time it's turned itself off.
I'll clear to 215 now. Thank you.
Okay, altimeter. It hasn't given me an altimeter in a while. Say that's good.
For some reason, it's got me climbing at 20 degree, at like almost 25 degrees. That's damn near straight up.
Yeah, that's pretty high because even 2,000 feet per minute is only
Like,
8,
Yeah.
7, 8.
it says I'm climbing at 1,500 feet, but
Autopilot.
my nose is sticking straight, almost 25
Are-
feet, 25 degrees.
If you put your pointer finger straight over the vertical dial, does it match the same thing that your vertical speed says on?
Yep.
Okay. Click your VS button itself, turn it off so it says PIT, and then click it back on to VS.
Stall.
Nope, it starts to stall, and the second it stalls, it turns the autopilot off, turns the vertical speed off.
Altitude set at like your altitude that you want.
Yep, 25,000 feet.
Why is it doing that?
Because this plane's about ready to get returned. Even the pitch is only set at 1.6.
The pit, yeah.
Gears up, flaps are up. It should not be doing that.
Do you have, by any chance, did you push in the takeoff configuration on the side of the throttle? Probably not, but I'm just asking.
No.
So you don't have a ROL thing on there. You have it level flight right now.
No, I have to push the stick all the way forward just to get it, just to keep the nose at 10 degrees.
Turn off autopilot right now.
Autopilot is off.
H772. Contact Ho Chi Minh Center on 1,
Then
2, 3,
something's wrong with the trim
Okay.
setting.
Yeah.
123.348772.
While your hands are over the vertical speed, scroll it down to 0 over the dial itself, and then
T-Mux, my screen, when that main navigation screen, when I explode it, I have it undocked and off on a separate monitor just so I can read it a little better. So it takes it off of the console up there. And Paulo, you don't have to be very familiar with aviation to start to play this game. I've only been doing it. How long has it been, guys? 4 months?
4 months.
It's noob friendly.
Oh, it's gonna fucking crash me. I can see it coming. There I go. It's putting me straight up in the air, having me climbing at 9,999 feet per minute.
And your autopilot's off?
Well, I turned the autopilot on when I readjusted the V-speed to... Oh, now I'm in a flat spin.
Stall. Stall. Stall.
Yep, this plane's about ready to get returned.
Yeah, you want to learn before you go on VATSIM. I'm not ready for VATSIM.
If fucking Coronado can't make a plane that actually works without it being buggy with a different bug every time, I want my money back.
I agree with what you're saying there. I'm just trying to think through my head what I can do to help with settings there to get you back under control. I got up to altitude up here and I've lost the weather map.
Yep. Weather map, weather radar says right in there it works.
Well, it was working down the ground is I just turned it on and it came up the last little bit. It cleared itself off.
Well, let's see here. So far with this plane, autopilot works when it wants to. They claim that the weather radar works. It only detects ground clutter when you're sitting at the airport. The FMC works when it feels like it, and if you get the expansion for the Navigraph stuff, well, if you put in an approach, you damn well better make sure that you're ready for a long flight because it mixes up the approaches and will send you to 12 different areas.
I agree with you on that point. I agree with you with the ground and the weather radar. The autopilot, once you start to get it, it does work, but you're having a severe issue right now, so obviously there's something wrong with it, but I'm not saying it's something you've done on this flight. I'm just saying I haven't had your issue. I have had the issue with the FMC, the FLC. Do you have that on or off?
Yeah, it's off. I even double checked.
Okay.
Because I could take the same amount of money that I bought this Coronado plane for, get the money back, go to A2A, and get a plane that actually works. Coronado needs to stop being so worried about pumping out as much as they can, as many products as they can, as fast as they can, and start worrying about quality. Just because you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig.
Stall. Stall.
There it goes, wanting to stall again. And that was just in a turn. I literally have to have the engines maxed out just to be able to keep from stalling, climbing at 2,100 feet.
Why is
And what's funny, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the same bugs don't appear in consecutive flights. Like, one time you'll have one set of bugs, and then the next flight you have a completely different set of bugs. Like the problem I had with the FMC knob, I haven't had that problem since that other night.
You're not incorrect with that. I don't understand. Oh, so it got ahead of me because I was actually in the other thing there.
I got ahead of you?
Yeah. Because I'm trying to actually turn on the speed hold by signing it a button because there wasn't one.
Danang departure, landmark 863, descent 700, climbing 6,000. Landmark 863, Danang departure, roger, altimeter 3006.
It seems to have somewhat fixed itself.
200, proceed on course, climb and maintain 6,000. Turn left heading 200, Phenom navigation, climb and maintain 6,000. Landmark 863.
For now. Like, you know, last night when I put in the ILS for the landing, and it's a good thing I didn't need it, but it didn't even pick up the ILS for JFK last night.
Sorry, I was trying to respond to you. You just happened to say something just as I put a Ritz cracker in my mouth. Yeah, the ILS, you had it in on the nav, and then
It never,
you know,
the ILS.
it never went sort of green for me either.
Well, I mean, the you know, what you call the glide slope tape, that never even showed up.
I think it was the wrong one because mine wasn't the right color to say that it picked up. But I did have the glide slope on it, so.
Oh, good. Now it's just gonna climb past.
Hey, Koch. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Welcome to the stream. I saw your pictures there, T-Mux. What is that, a 50 cal?
I don't know, maybe I should stick with things I know, like killing zombies.
Well, you know how, you know you know flying. It's knowing the plane, the new plane.
Well, it's also getting a plane that's not full of random bugs.
Yeah, I know. Do we have the money though to really go out to? Is all the PMD or prepared D, you know, all that stuff perfect also?
No, and that's not what I'm talking about, but if you look at companies like A2A, okay, they spend, you know,
But they don't make any jets.
No, they don't make any jets, but they'll spend a year to 2 years on one plane. Modeling, testing, then breaking it down, testing it again, modeling it again, until everything works as best as it possibly can. And then if something crops up after they release it, they fix it immediately.
And you're right about that, but
Coronado just fires out as many as they possibly can.
but your options for this type of plane are limited.
I can't get it to hold altitude. I have altitude hold set. I have autopilot on. I have flight director on. It shot well over 2,500 feet, so then I changed it to go down to 25. It shot well over 25,000 feet, so then I changed it to go to 25,000. I'm now at 24,000. So literally, to hold level flight, I'm gonna have to sit here and scroll up and down on this wheel all night. Because if so, I'm gonna just end the stream here.
Let's see, autopilot GPS, YD, for yaw dampener. To the left of that, then was
you don't
your...
have that FLC on, do you?
No. This is what is on my screen. GPS, AP, yaw, vertical speed, 700 feet per minute, ALTS.
I don't think you have your hold on, your alt hold on then.
I don't know, when I mouse over the altitude button, it says altitude hold. And when I click on it, it turns it off.
Armin versus Gaming. I made a flight. I'm a new fan. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy the new planes, the flying, us learning, and us also raving lunatics over at times too.
And my bi-weekly rants.
Well, no. And what I mean by ranting, you rant, I'll rant later. Well, Zig sort of rants. He goes, and then that's his rant, so.
The thing is, though, is that my rants, I'm not, I'm speaking, I'm saying truth. I'm not just bitching because, oh, that window doesn't look exactly right or something like that,
You have a serious issue that's going on, or you're not bitching. That is Granted, I agree with you. And what you're having, I would be probably in the exact same boat as you right now.
Especially for a plane that costs as much as this one did. And granted, there are planes out
But
there that cost a hell of a lot more.
How many times have you flown it, Draco?
This will be my 4th time, and this is the only time I've had issues like this.
With the autopilot.
Yeah.
So to blame it completely on the autopilot when, you know, obviously there's something going on, but it's a little bit unfair after having only flown the plane 4 times. There's obviously issues with it, but if you want to fly a plane like this, a business jet, then you're very limited in your options to get one. So some of them comes with quirks, and it just, you know, at some point it sort of is what it is.
Oh gosh. Window abuse? What do you mean by window abuse, Armin? And Zig, did you see me pass you?
I saw you fly right through me.
Was I through you? Because from my point of view, I was right below you. I mean,
oh, okay, maybe that's what it was.
By the time I saw it, I was like, shoo, right past you. I'm like, okay. Because I'm trying to set the speed, and the button's still not set right, so.
I gotta pee, though. I know that.
Okay.
What's the next waypoint coming?
Well, I'm just before it, and then we've got the next one after that.
It's SYX, okay. All right,
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
And if we actually go back to the flight plan.
How far away are you guys from SYX?
22.
Alright, I'm 66.
Yeah, I see you on the Active Sky one. You back there. Right now I'm holding it just 307. I was trying to set it for 315, and then it just throttles and see if it held it, but it's not holding it. Learjet. Okay. We'll go outside view and give it its just due here for Armin. This is a Phenom 300 from Embraer. It's the Embraer EMB 505 Phenom 300. It is from the company Coronado. It is payware. It shouldn't have some of the bugs that it has. It does fly nice. It does take off nice. I'm going to rat Draco out. He said when it took off and it flies, it's wonderful. But I agree with him. If he's having the issue, it doesn't matter what plane it is. If it's not behaving right, it's a piece of crap. And that's exactly where he's at right now. He feels it's a piece of crap because it's acting like a piece of crap.
Well, that's any plane. You know, if you spend, you know, I don't care if you spend $20 on a plane. If they put it out, then they should make sure it works properly.
No, I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
The only time that I'll accept bugs and stuff like that is for freeware stuff, because hey, they're doing it for the hell of it. They're not doing it because they're wanting money or anything like that. They're just putting it out there just to put their crap out there. But
and if they get it really close and they have a bug, you can even allow that.
But
you're right with this.
But if you have a company and you're making stuff and you're charging people money for it, it should work properly. And that's all I'll say about that. And it's not just planes, it goes for any add-on or DLC for any game.
Right. I'm agreeing with you, Draco. In principle, I am agreeing with you 1,000%. And why is 1,000% better than 100%? I'm agreeing with you 100%, Draco. We've made mainland China.
I can see it from here.
And it really is sort of sad. We both know this with the fact of we fly a piece of freeware that is in most regards better than some payware in that Manfred.
The C-47? Hell yeah.
the C-47. So the rants become quite.
Which, for you C-47, for you folks of the C-40, Manfred Jan C-47 that we fly, don't worry, we will be getting back to that at some point.
No, not at some point. Soon. We're going to have to do one soon.
It's just that
I want to do it.
Well, it's just that these are longer flights, and a C-47 flight, nobody wants to sit here for 12 hours. And for those of you who are fans of the Beechcraft Duke, we will be flying that one again. And for you select few who are fans of the 757, don't worry, we will be crashing that one soon.
Actually, when we head out of Japan and head towards what is that, Atsu Station? I think it has to be that one. Just due to the length and stuff. Unless you want to do like the 747 in game.
No,
or
I'm thinking we could actually add a flight, add a stop. I know that there's got to be an airport in
Russia,
Siberia, Russia. We can land it. We can land there.
All right. Well, you can check on that because I'm not sure what kind of speaking terms I have with Russia. Last time I was in Russia, I blew stuff up. It was in a F-15. It was a Strike Eagle game, and I killed a bunch of stuff.
My Discord is in the video description.
But one of the things that I've been thinking about getting you guys to do is we should do a winter flight into the Havilland Beaver in Alaska.
I'm all up for it.
That would be fun.
And that could be tomorrow because.
Well, I was thinking for like a special stream or something.
Yeah, no, I'm saying because today we had heavy rain here, and there was ice in it. It was frozen water. Do you know how close to snow and ice hail that is?
You're talking about Sunday. They're forecasting snow in the morning for us.
Sunday will be almost the end of October. That's close enough.
Yeah, because it's Sunday. Sunday's supposed to be a low of 34 with a high of 48. So in the mornings until it warms up, they're calling for snow. Okay.
Well, and this will be because we're snow and winter and all that. Quick reminder: Bipolar Prophet is doing his yearly drive for helping a family in need. If you feel like you can help out, make sure that you send that donation to BP's link at YouTube and Twitch. I'm pumping that because without that drive, I met him during that drive last year. So.
I don't think that's mainland China we're flying over. It's an island.
Is this an island? Okay. Yeah.
It's like an island, and then it has a peninsula that
gets real close
up to it. I think.
All right. Well, then
when we cross over it, it was hard to see on the map if it was completely an island or if there was like a land bridge, but
I believe that island does belong to China, but it's not.
It's not mainland China, right?
Actually, I don't. We'll never go. We'll never go over mainland China. This is the closest we'll get. Well, at least for me.
Right.
Not during this flight. I was thinking we would head up to. Let's see, that's where we're at. Into Shanghai. To what was that airport in Shanghai? Putang.
Putang. Sorry.
And I really did want to.
That was one.
No, he wasn't. But that's why I said it. I did also want to fly over to actually the Three Gorges Dam, but that's sort of in China, deep enough that I didn't know if we wanted to veer that far. Take an extra 6 months to get there.
It is annoying how it loads those approaches though,
Oh,
because
yeah.
FS Mania wasn't having that problem. I watched him load some today.
And for those of you wondering, this is nowhere near as high as this plane can go. We just figured we'd fly a little lower so that way we could see some different.
It
ground
wasn't like green
features.
down there where you could sort of see mountain waves.
And we can actually get up to, was it 45,000 with this plane?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Service
Well, and the last
altitude
couple
is
flights have been-
45.
The last couple flights have been a lot of water, so
Yeah.
we thought we'd fly low and actually see something below us for once besides blue. And it's weird, there's not a lot of clouds, it's just kind of hazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, my fuel efficiency's not good though, 3.1. But then again, that may have something to do with the fact I was spinning out of control.
I got that little cruise indicator today, Draco, or I see it this time.
Above the ATR?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, like last night when you were saying it says cruise, and I'm like, I don't see that.
Yeah.
I must have just not had the throttle in the right spot, because I see where it indicates that now.
And
Are you talking when you have the engine set
Yeah,
between
Like
the
on-
two?
between the two N1 dials.
Yeah.
And I will be.
Well, I have. If you hit the button in the engine set where it says climb on the soft button, it'll change between climb and cruise.
It will.
Yeah.
And and I know I had my rant and everything, but I will say there are good features about this plane. I really love the whole trip, the auxiliary trip planning, where you can kind of scroll through and see a bunch of different things that you wouldn't normally get on most other planes. The maps are really nice. I do enjoy the maps, except for the freaking weather map, which irritates me. But then again, I really don't have to worry that much about it because I do have that,
Yeah, you have the X gauge up there.
so I can bring that up if I need to.
Yeah, I'm pulling that up on mine too right now. Power to turn it on. Expand this a little bit. And right now I've got nothing.
Yeah, it's just clear sky. Well, clear-ish skies.
Clear, hazy skies, right? All right, well, at this point, I'm going to step back to the back of the cabin there and use the restroom, and I'll be right back with a snack, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Well, he may eat it on his way back.
Yeah, you may not have it. It may be gone by the time he gets back.
Did you notice that they even have like the little model sticker on the window? Serial number?
On the outside?
No, on the inside. If you look at the pilot window,
Yeah.
it even has like the serial number sticker for, I guess, for the window.
Like up in front?
No, to your
Or to the
your left.
like the side window?
Yeah, the side window towards the back.
Oh yeah, it sure does, doesn't it? You know, if you watch the it does have the serial. It even has the PPG logo on there.
Yeah.
Wonder if they had to pay for that. Probably not. You know, even if you watch the FS Mania videos or whatever on this aircraft, you know, he goes on about the quirks with the avionics, but and just in general that none of the airplane modeling companies have anything much better than this for their like GPS avionics system.
Yeah, and I think,
Except for Just Flight, you know, that has the standalone GPS.
Well,
He's like, it's kind of, he was saying, if you catch in the video, that's kind of sad that there's not somebody in between that steps up and will model this closer to the real world than having to step all the way up to a PMDG aircraft, you know.
well, I think it was I think it was him or Captain Mac made a comment about the G1000, saying that the G1000 is pretty much obsolete, that ideally they should be, you know, using the more up-to-date, you know,
3000.
Yeah.
The 3000 with the touch screen and all that. But
Yeah.
I would be more, okay, you know how you like the props and the gauges and all that?
Yeah.
I would prefer this one. It's more up to date, but it's not. This is at least trustworthy as a system. Now, it may not be with what we're going on with the plane, but I've seen enough. Aviation stopped in and said he totally forgot there was a stream today. I think we fire him right now.
All right, Aviation, you're fired.
I mean, you should know better.
Come on, you've been around long enough now. Like you're like a
Tuesday
regular.
and Saturday.
I was kind
Tuesday
of wondering where
and
you was at. I'm like, it's Tuesday. We haven't heard from Aviation yet. Where is
Yeah,
Even Panda remembered, and he hasn't been around in weeks.
No, he actually, anytime thank you very much, Panda, too, on top of it. I hit the start stream, Panda jumps on there. Hey, how's it going? Most of the time now, in lowercase. Okay, it's just, okay, celebrating the 100. I hit 100, but, you know,
Okay, I take
got
that back.
excited and capped it all off and got kicked. Like,
Panda
got
hasn't
kicked out.
Panda hasn't been in my channel in weeks.
I don't think Panda's ever been to my channel, so
Well, he likes us better than you. You sit there and you just go, beer, please.
oh come on, beer please, beer me.
Well, I'd rather hear beer, please, than
Clink 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 clink.
Well, you're going to get more of that here in a second, so shush up.
then it
He's
does
like,
sound like
oh,
a dog licking the last bit of water out of a Cool Whip bowl.
He has a test tomorrow, and he forgot. He was studying.
Okay, we'll let that slide.
Okay, what subject? What subject? And yes, thank you for the happy 100 there. You need to go over and thank Draco too. He got 50. We got it like same day. The milestones. Yes, it's 101, and I don't want someone to unsubscribe just to make it an even 100.
I'll do it.
Yes, you would. And while you go and do that, I'm going to start eating my snack. Do we want to play What's Moondog Eating?
Food.
But you know, FS Mania was saying that there's not, that it's sad that there's not really an in between from the basic in-game GPS that works. You know, the 500 and PMDG.
Unless
Like nobody can model this system that works 100%.
unless you get that standalone.
Yeah, but that's
costs
not-
like
but that-
$70.
But that's not even. Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. But from what he kind of mentioned, that it actually works, but it's not this system.
No, it's a.
It's not a. It's not a
system.
1000. It's the 750 or the 650, I guess. But I haven't made it to those videos yet. I'll be curious to see. But
I've watched actual videos on this system from the company from Garmin that actually puts these out, and this thing has so many different modules to run in the computing for it that I don't think any of our computers could even keep up with what we would need to do just to operate the nav system, let alone then fly the plane and run, you know, FSX and all that, you know.
But his point was that like nobody can even put the time and effort in to just model this system correctly.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How
Or-
intricate is it that, I don't know.
And I mean, really, if you think
I
about
don't
it,
either, but
when you get right down to it, this is just a slightly more polished version of the in-game one.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. What speed are you holding there, Zig?
298 indicated, 299.
All right. Well, I'm holding it like 306. If you want to, Draco, you've got it pushed up there close to right under.
Oh, we did set it to 315, didn't we?
I'm at
Yeah.
I'm at 304, but I'm only at like 84%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did you want to push it up closer to 90 and catch up to us a little bit, or?
I can do that. I still got plenty of thrust left here.
Oh yeah. I mean, to be honest, just shove this thing and go. You'll get to overspeed at this altitude. Because I had it there at 350 or almost 360.
You know, I
What
think
altitude are you guys at?
21.5.
See, I'm at 25, so my overspeed's gonna start at like 336.
Okay, well, if you can keep it about 320, between 320 and 330, you should still catch us up quite a little bit. Because your ground speed and such will be better.
Come on. Trying to find that sweet spot to where I'm not slowing down or speeding up.
Okay, so back to our island. It is an island. See the break
Yeah.
there now?
Yep.
And there's that little peninsula
What-
poking out.
What's your guys' next? What waypoint are you guys on right now?
BLT, I mean MLT.
The dog always got food on the brain.
I'm on I'm heading to NYB.
NYD.
B as a boy.
NYB? Is that a... I don't have that
Yeah.
one.
It's kind of like
You
the,
did it,
it's kind of on like the northern part of the.
Huh.
I'm actually
Because
gonna...
you did a.
I can't decide, but I think I'm actually gonna hit my VNav button before I get to this next waypoint and see if it like super slowly descends me, just because I'm lazy.
Where are we at? 11 miles out.
But now that I say that, I wonder if my flight plan's all screwed up. Oh no, it's not with the
No.
altitudes. Okay.
Yeah. I think this is the one to do it at.
Well, it is because, well, it's
Yeah.
actually closer to the next one, but there's nothing in between. And I looked on the, I tried to add pick another
What?
VOR or something in between, and there's just not one.
21.5 down to 9,000. That's
Yeah.
still a pretty decent descent there.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll calculate it out that it's very stretched out, so it'll be a really slow descent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll see. It's just an experiment.
So I'm at 5, so I'm going to hit VNav now.
Yeah, I went ahead and hit it just so I don't goof off and forget. It just still aggravates me about the approaches. I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, didn't
Overspeed.
And I don't even, I understand
Overspeed.
even less because I
Overspeed.
just watched the videos with him
Overspeed.
doing it. So he
Overspeed.
wasn't having a problem with it.
Overspeed.
He did an arrival
Overspeed.
and then an
Overspeed.
approach.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
He did like
did
a,
him-
a
did he do
star.
that
Overspeed.
beforehand?
Overspeed.
Yeah,
Did he
he
put
did
those
it.
in before
Overspeed.
the
No,
waypoints
Overspeed.
No, he did them in
Overspeed.
flight.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Preceded the arrival.
Overspeed.
I know it's overspeed. Slow down.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Preceded the
Overspeed.
arrival, and then he did the
Overspeed.
approach. And
Overspeed.
It lined them up at the end. Like at the end of his flight plan, it said approach, and then after or arrival, and then after that, it said approach when he looked at the whole flight plan.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Oh, don't hit the VNAV now because we're following IFR. Okay.
Oh, is it going to yell at you then?
It already yelled at me.
All right. Let me turn that back off. I forgot about that. We are.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I forgot that we were doing VNAV or IFR.
No, I didn't copy. Yes, I copied.
Nobody's
I was only 400 feet below, and it goes, "Get back up there." Okay.
I was gonna say nobody's talked to me in a while. Am I? I'm still.
Yeah.
Still logged in.
Go ahead and get down to that
No, I'm
level
good.
and see if
I turned it off. I turned it off. I forgot we were doing that.
Although, with the approach, we're still going to want the ILS setting and set everything up on for the approach to catch the glide slope. So, did you have a?
Let me see here. Would it be the ILS DME 111.1? No. There's a ton of crap on this chart, so hold on. Localizer 111.1.
111.1. All right. .1. I'm definitely gonna be too far out to reach it yet. What I should have done is put in the nav log. We are on MCU, which should be 116.4.
Okay, and the, well, I don't know if I want to mess with the course yet, but it's
MCU, yep.
course
Aviation's
is,
landing. He's doing something in Gus's
73.
plane or something or another.
I dropped down to 23.3 and I'm now doing 336.
Yeah, we both hit the VNAV to start that, and then we remembered when IFR yelled at ATC yelled at me that we were doing IFR, and they haven't started to drop us yet.
Turn 085. It just gave me a heading.
We'll see. Luckily it's nice and clear, so I can fly VFR. I can see the ground.
Ground. I see water beneath me now.
And I'm turning on to MLT here in a minute. Well, I'm actually on, about ready to reach MLT in about 12 miles.
What?
I'm gonna pop over here real quick. because I don't remember the ILS. I expect 7
You said it was
knots.
111.1.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard you. I'm on 8085.
It sent you a different way already?
Well, somehow I got off course. Turn
When I
left
came
heading
around the-
055.
When I came off the last waypoint, I banked. I didn't stop and look. I'm like 30 nautical miles north of where I should be, so I'm
Yeah,
vectoring back onto line.
I'm not sure what happened, but yeah. Resume own navigation. It's like the nav kicked off or something.
Yeah, it was just weird with the autopilot because I did exactly the
Yeah.
same thing tonight that I did last night.
Well, that's what's crazy is you didn't, like the last couple times you've flown it, you didn't have like, me and Moondog were the one having all the issues, and you're like sitting on the ground smoking cigarettes waiting for us to get there.
Don't smoke cigarettes; it's bad for you. And Draco doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. just saying, just to figure speed.
Yeah.
Trying to make a point.
He was down there playing pinochle.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, or whatever.
I was actually down there with Ernie talking about what we were going to stick in the back of your plane.
And to think I was going to say something else and I didn't, but now he was down there playing with his pinochle.
With Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there went the left turn.
Meanwhile, Moondog's up there doing his playing with his Google.
Hong Kong Center.
That is the one thing nice about IFR. If you get a little bit off track, they whip you back into shape.
Yeah.
They kind of give you the, hey, dumbass, what are you doing?
Hong Kong Center. Embraer. Mike 26. Delta Oscar Golf with you.
Nav. Strobe.
Yeah, I'm now heading towards VJ. I don't know if you guys have that waypoint or not.
No, the next one we have is MCU, which is like right outside of Hong Kong. So
My TOD should be coming up here in a minute.
Did you... How do I keep getting so much crap on my glasses? It's ridiculous.
Nah, I don't even want to know how you get crap with glasses.
I just cleaned them.
well, he did say he was running to the restroom there for a minute. So
You dropped them in the latrine in the back.
yeah, probably.
I wasn't even playing with my joystick or anything.
There's this severe swerve back to the right.
No, but you did tell Ernie to,
What do you mean?
to grab your stick while you're getting up.
Yeah, I said, Ernie, take charge of the stick.
Wouldn't you prefer Nancy to do that, not Ernie?
Well, that's probably true, yeah.
All right, I see you guys.
All right. We are definitely going to have to fly that again, just so everyone remembers the references. Okay?
Who knows Nancy? Who Ernie and Nancy are?
Yeah. Now, you're saying you're seeing us on...
Moondog's about 48 miles out from me. Zig's about 27, 28.
And are you catching that on...
Active sky.
Okay.
I'm doing.
Speaking of active sky, who was that?
Doing 336 with a ground speed of 466, 408, 418. I should actually be making catching up with you guys.
I don't know if you're still around, T-Mux, but you asked if you should get active sky or TAC pack. I don't know what TAC pack is, but having just got active sky like a few weeks ago, it's pretty damn awesome. I'll just say that.
We have landed in rain and stuff a lot lately and flown through pea soup and clouds and
Hail.
Although
Well,
I was kind of cursing at the guy that made us get active sky the other night because we haven't landed on a clear runway since we got active sky.
I did not make anybody get it.
Draco. Draco.
I did not make anybody get it.
Right. I love to hate it, I think is the...
Right, I dare one of you just pull the emergency brake. And I did it, so I know what's going to happen when you do it.
Hey, slow down. The emergency brake or the speed brake?
Parking brake.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
You had to have done it on purpose because there's no way you can
But-
accidentally pull the parking
No,
brake.
In the FS Mania video on this plane, when he had the when he lost cabin pressure, he did a descent at 999,000 feet per minute, and he slammed on that speed brake the whole time as he was descending at 9,999 feet per minute, as fast as he would let it go.
So I haven't seen that. Is that something that randomly happens, or do you have to force it to happen?
well,
I think he set it up to do that because he has an engine burnout too. But that was the first one he did, was that he lost cabin pressure, so he had to descend from like 42,000 feet to 10,000 feet to breathable air. And he even he's like, I got to put on my oxygen mask, and it sounded like he put a clothespin on his nose. So when he was talking, it sounded funny, like he had an oxygen mask on. And he set the descent as high as it would go on vertical speed, and then kicked on that air brake, and it was literally 9,999 feet per second to get down to 10,000 feet to breathable air because he lost cabin pressure. And then in another video, he simulated an engine failure. I mean,
and he had to land at a runway that it was actually a little short for this thing.
That's St. John's thing.
Yeah.
I watched Frugal do the Dash 8 and take off in the Dash 8 on that same runway. If you want to see one that's even a little more impressive than him taking off in this little rocket on that thing, watch Frugal do the Dash 8 and take off on that little short runway. He's like, his ass is like hanging over them hills right on the other side of that bay.
I don't know, nothing beats me taking that 377 off on that short-ass runway in Canada.
Yeah. That was a good one, too.
That was hairy.
I don't think what much beats it for you landing it there.
True.
Taking it off, you could sit there a little bit longer and try and rev it up and get full thrust before you even started to move, but that thing was coming in, and you're going in the dark going, where's it at?
No, it wasn't just in the dark. There was also cloud cover all the way to the ground, and it was raining.
It was raining, yeah. It wasn't active sky rain, but it was still raining, and it was a cloud layer down to, what was it, 2,000? 2,500 feet?
Less than that. 'Cause I
We only
remember-
had about 1,000 feet or 1,200 feet of visible before the runway.
Yeah. And I think that runway was only, what, like 3,000 feet? If that?
It was a little short for you. Because once we told you, you said, I need twice that much to land this thing.
I'll be right back.
You even had BP like slightly impressed. Yeah, Dan's in chat now. Hey,
Hey, Dan.
Discord. Hey, Dan.
Hey.
How's it going, man?
Hi.
And as typical for all of the Monkey Show, Dan is going to talk about Euro truck driving now while we fly. Where are you driving, Dan?
On the road.
God, I knew that was coming as soon as I said it too. Dan, where are you driving to on the road?
Someplace
I
in
think
Europe?
Germany.
Germany, okay.
I was just going to say someplace in Europe. I mean, it's fairly close.
That would also be a Dan answer.
I mean,
I'm in the land of Poles right now, so.
Okay.
well, I mean, if he's playing Euro Truck, it'd be kind of hard for him to be delivering to New York City.
Yeah.
Get me a rope.
So are you guys going to have me descend here at some point? I'm 86 miles out from MCU. Let's look at the flight plan. MCU 86. And it's 105 then to the airport. So we're 190 nautical miles out. Okay. They'll have us landing here shortly, quickly.
I've actually made up quite a bit of ground on you guys.
Bombardier 093, turn right heading 2.
Yeah, because we've been holding right about 300, 309.
Level 240.
I don't know exactly what
Turn right.
Zeke's been holding at, but
I'm using an ass.
Holding what?
I'm using an ass ton of fuel though.
Bombardier 093.
I'm using 1,111 pounds per hour, and that's per engine.
I'm at 995. Efficiency's not very good.
Oh, I don't even want to look at mine.
I'm at 906.
Efficiency's 2.8. ETA 1 o'clock local time. And it's 11 o'clock now. But there's probably a time change in there, so are we about 20 minutes out?
I don't think there's a time change between Vietnam and Thailand.
Descend
Kong.
and maintain 13,000. Okay. Runway 7 right approach, ILS. Turn right. Turn right 90. And
They're giving you instruction already?
yes.
Yeah, no premature descending tonight.
Well, too late, Dan. We tried that already. And got yelled at. And we should probably go through our checklist for descent. Windshield switches on. And pressurization check, LFE, yes, checked. And landing speeds checked. Or set, yes, at that, alright. And when we get to below 10,000, seatbelt signs. Which are still on anyways.
Bed belts off. Huh. I don't think I ever did that. Let you guys get up and pee.
Yeah.
Now that I've peed like 3 times, you guys can pee once.
Well, nearest airports are VMMC and VHHH.
Acknowledge assigned approach. Alright, I gotta focus here for a second. Turn right 090. Okay, we're gonna go heading. We're gonna go 090. We're gonna descend and maintain 15,000. Okay, so altitude. I'm working on it.
I think when I hit my TOD, that's when I'm gonna hit my approach.
Oh, there's
I'm
something
working on it, buddy.
airspace-wise here that when you look at your radar that they don't want you to fly through.
I'm
Zero,
gonna
six,
fly
zero,
through it
nine.
anyway. They can't stop me.
They may have something to tell you no. I was just gonna let you know. Turned right,
Yeah.
heading 60.
They did take us right out of that, didn't they?
Yeah.
That is. We're just off the coast of China.
Alright. Let's do this. Train proximity, and we can do range.
Okay, I need the 3rd monitor.
Weather's got nothing on that map. Got nothing on
06.
traffic.
Yeah.
Embraer 02 Foxtrot. Contact Guangzhou Center on 1.
Descend and maintain what? Okay.
5,000.
No, 2,000.
Embraer 02 Foxtrot. Guangzhou
Well, you're a little bit ahead of me, so
Yeah, and they took me to 13.
Flight level 233. Embraer November 5.
maybe I'll just leave that over here.
Guangzhou Center, Roger.
I was thinking it was cluttering up my main window, but I'm out of room on the secondary monitor. I need a 3rd monitor.
You bring a 3rd monitor, your wife's gonna beat you with it.
Yep, pretty much.
It only costs $5.
That won't be till I get the office set up. So did I tell you guys with her new job, she's going to be sharing my office now? what
Yes,
was
she
going to be
did.
my office is going to be our office.
Yes, you did mention that.
I'm getting ripped off on this deal. That wasn't part of the whole finish the basement plan.
Tell her she can have the living room.
Although she did tell me after the basement's done, I can move. She told me I could have monitors all along the one wall in the basement if I wanted to once it's done.
We'll just tell her, instead of the basement, can't I just have the wall, you know?
Can I just have the office? You go move your office into the basement?
Yeah. Tell her she can have that whole wall. Tell her it'd be fine. Moondog said so.
Can't you get her a nice sort of corner desk set up in the, you know, in the finished basement, and she could be down there and spend time with the kids like you've been doing? You hang out with the kids while they sit there and watch you fly?
But not in the basement. Descend and maintain 2000. What it gave me just now. Oh, come on.
You know, Zig, if you kind of look at your 9 o'clock high, you'll see a little surprise.
Is that you?
Yep.
I'm working on it. Man, they are pushy. Please expedite. Well, I just had enough time to clip the knobs. Back
Descend.
off.
You descend right now. Don't make us shoot you down.
Right?
So there is Draco's plane, outside view.
Oh, can
And
you
we
see
can
me?
see the, yeah, well, I went to traffic around me. And then we can see the the numbers for Zig down there. I don't know what you have. Maybe it's the colors there, Draco. Maybe it's the colors on that plane that is causing you to have issues.
No, because I flew this plane last night, had no issues. Except for the ILS being weird.
Okay. There's Zig descending. Expedite descent, Zig.
I am. I'm dropping like a rock.
Embraer 02 Foxtrot.
2,300 feet per minute.
On 125.8. 125.8.
20.
For Embraer 02
20 nautical miles to MCU. How far from MCU?
I'm still 40.
Embraer November 502 Foxtrot with you. Embraer November 502 Foxtrot. Hong Kong Center, roger.
So like 21 nautical miles between the two points there that, you know,
Alright, I would rather get down there early.
yeah. So we're more than 30 nautical miles out, so that's why ILS is not picking up yet. That's the main thing that I was looking at though there. Actually, MCU is off of one of these islands right there. Nope, it would be
Yeah,
off
and-
of one of those, that island over there way.
And speaking of ILS, I think as many times as I've tried to do an ILS in several different planes, I have yet only to do it one time in the Dash 8.
Yeah, you got to a point and then you said, I'm just going to land this.
I just can't. I've never been able to make it happen. I sort of feel like this is the plane that I stand the best chance of making that happen in.
No, probably not. If you take Draco's words to heart, it's a piece of crap and it's going to crash you right in the water.
That's possible, but it hasn't yet. Technically, I have not crashed this plane yet. I've only overstressed it one time. Not sure if that's the same, but
Well, I haven't crashed it yet.
it's a, you know, it's a thin line there between overstressed and crashed. I would guess, but
Right. Well, I mean, technically you didn't crash until your plane fell apart and hit the ground. Otherwise, you just broke
Yeah.
up in midair.
yeah, like I said, it's a thin line.
Yes, sync rate. I got it. You get down to a certain height, and you're still plummeting at like 1,800 feet per minute, and you're only at 25. It's going to yell at you.
You think?
Yeah. Active leg. I wonder where I can find to set up to activate a leg. Oh, it's that button there that we missed, like
Yeah,
for an
right.
hour. So we'll give definition to what I was talking about.
Activating
We were-
leg.
Yeah, we were trying to catch waypoints. Oh,
I got your sync rate.
turn left, heading 15. Yes.
Good night, T-Mux. I haven't crashed this one yet. I've crashed a lot of other ones, but not this one yet. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, T-Mux.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out.
See you next time.
See you
So
Saturday.
we were flying in, and we were trying to set the waypoint. Click on one of these, so we were highlighting it, and then like we've done before, go to the menu button, and it would say activate, and it wasn't doing it. It kept missing. We're looking through this whole area that I'm highlighting. There's a button right there that says activate leg. We missed it for like 30 minutes.
At least.
Well, it's not your fault you're not a lake man.
Yeah.
Overspeed. Over.
Turn left 315. Ooh, I have IZSL for ILS.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
It's at least reading that ILS signal on the nav, because I
Gotcha.
have it on the second one. So that means I should be somewhat close enough to start to catch that 3155.
Well, I don't think I'm close enough yet. I am down to 2,000 feet though, but it hasn't given me any more instruction, I don't think.
Yeah, I got down and then it told me to start turning left, heading 15, 345.
This is the point where I start to get
315, so.
point where I start to get nervous because I'm way off like my magenta
Your line, yeah.
and it's not telling me anything, and I'm down to 2,000 feet, which is fine. I'm happy to be down here.
Which runway are you guys going in on?
Turn right, heading 45.
Did you call in the nearest runway? I think it's a 7 left, right?
7 right.
7 right. Did you? Okay.
Wait, what's the ILS for 7 right? 10930.
Is it?
Yep.
Then I need to change that real quick because it's told me to turn to 45.
I don't see where it's given me
5.
ILS runway 7 right. I don't have ILS for 7 right.
Actually, I want ILS 7 left because I have my approach and everything set up for 7 left.
Hong Kong Tower, Embraer 02 Foxtrot, with preferred runway 7 left.
What was that? 111?
11110 for 7 left.
I want right.
7 right is 109.3.
109.
It is? Oh shit, you're 7 right. Okay.
Embraer 02 Foxtrot.
Yeah, 7 right, 109.3. with a heading of 7-3. 7 left,
Yep.
111.10 with a heading of 7-3.
Hong Kong Tower, Pacifica 1982 at runway 7 right.
So,
Ready for
once
takeoff,
again-
IFR. Sunshine.
When do I activate my, set my VOR course?
Runway 7 right. Cleared for takeoff, runway 7 right.
What is it?
Pacifica
7 right
1982.
is 109.3.
Yep,
What'd you say? Course was
7-3.
7-3.
Yep, 073. My question is, when do you go to the VOR, switch it over to VOR, and set your VOR course so that way you know you're on you're online? Yeah.
I'm out at 9 miles out, and I already have the ILS in the nav on. It's green. I have hit that button there. That's on. Headings on.
3
Approach on. Approach is on.
All right. So do I have to set the heading for of 7-3 for in the VOR, and do I leave it on nav for ILS, and then hit my approach, or what?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch this real quick here.
You've activated your approach already, right?
I've activated my approach already.
So you can leave it on.
Damn, what the hell? I'm way
The
off the freaking course here.
You can leave the autopilot on nav as long as it's following the approach.
Okay.
But at some point you have to change over. Like once it, I don't know what your approach looks like, but once you get like on a straight line for the runway, like your Moondog says, your nav radio numbers up there where you have it in should turn green, and you'll get the glide slope tape. Oh, I have glide slope tape already. And then at some point you have to hit the N button and switch over to nav, and then hit your CDI and click over to VOR, and then you hit, the last thing you do is hit your approach button on the autopilot to lock in.
Oh, that's way too freaking complicated.
Yeah, I haven't made it happen yet, so, you know, don't feel bad.
All right, so when you're lined up, that's when you switch over to your VOR.
Yes, and you
Set
have to
your-
hit the N button on the keyboard.
Unless you haven't set it up, then you're going to have an issue. You're going to have to.
No, I
handle
set it up. I set it up last night, but
Okay.
Maintain 2000, heading 015. Got it. Okay, it's finally gonna pull me in here.
Yeah, well, it pulls you in pretty quickly. You have all of your stuff on. You need to have it on now because I was left and missed it. So
What do you mean when you say have your stuff on?
have your approach on and everything because I was too far left and it didn't grab it and didn't bring it in. Because I was changing the ILS for right
Oh,
quickly. I was below
Well-
glide slope or above it. And
yeah, I don't know. I don't have it all on yet, but I don't see that I'm anywhere on course for final yet, but
Yep.
But I do have my glide slope tape that popped up, and the green diamond is still above that, but my nav numbers have not turned green yet.
Okay.
345, you didn't tell me. Oh, you did tell me 345.
Yeah, it told me that, and then as soon as it said 315, then
Oh wait, 345, that's back the other way, damn it. I'm working on it.
I'm looping back out. I think north of everything.
I heard you, goddammit.
or in.
I certainly don't have a good feeling about this.
Yeah, I haven't had a good feeling about most of them, but then that's what I like about this plane, is that I can just turn it all off and hand fly it in. Just like I do a little bitty Cessna or the Caravan or whatever. You know,
Right.
You got
I
your
guess-
speed
I guess
cut.
that's my theory, Draco, is with this plane, that's why I like it, is because when all hell breaks loose, I can go back and hand fly it in, and it responds quickly and immediately, and
You got landing gear and
Turn
flaps
right
and
through.
stuff and speed down.
are you talking to me? No, I do not. I'm just getting more instructions here.
I would be doing that too.
I'm very slow though.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm moving really slow already.
I was way too fast.
My thing is, I'm a prop guy. I'll always be a prop guy. And I don't think I'll ever be comfortable with these computer ILS approach deals. I mean, I'll continue to attempt them, but
Well, hold on. Turn right 045. Man, it told me a whole shitload of stuff there.
045, you want to turn on the head. That's when you
Yeah.
you might want to make sure you're hitting that approach so it turns it. Or start to turn on.
045. I heard you. Oh, 1,000. What did it say? 1,700?
Yes.
Okay, I think I see the airport. Now I don't know what to do with the whole nav and everything. I'm coming in a little off cocked. Oh no, I'm not. Okay.
Is it
Still on heading.
straightening you up on it?
Well, I haven't done anything yet. Do I need to click ILS or what?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So I need to hit N.
N and
Okay.
your auto approach then right after that.
I still haven't picked up the ILS.
Okay, so I got LOC.
Yeah. That's your local and
Yeah.
you're locked on that.
Approach hold switch is on, but I don't feel like it's pulling me over that direction yet. Or do I wait?
I wasn't sure if it had pulled me on either. You have your CDI on VOR1?
No.
You
No, I
need that
do.
too.
No. ILS one?
The green on the CDI, the first
Okay.
one.
Yeah, that's not right.
Well, it says ILS 1
Okay,
now.
okay, it's pulling me. Yeah, it says ILS one. Okay, it's pulling me over. I'm gonna go flaps 1. Gears down. Let's see, we'll go ahead and turn our landing lights on.
I see two Embraers in front of me.
It says I'm low on the glide slope, but it doesn't look like I've locked on the diamond still at the top, so. Woo! I need a beer. Come on, chug what you got. Okay, my green diamond's coming down. I'm locked on the glide slope. I got 2 white and 2 orange.
So I got no idea what's going on, but I have it set. I'm checking both, switching between both navs. It's not picking it up for me. I got no glide slope. No nothing. And it's not even showing like a VO. And I just cycled through the CDI. There's not even anything that says ILS. So.
Autopilot.
Embraer 02 Foxtrot, cleared to land, runway 7 left. Cleared to land, runway 7 left.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and honestly, I don't care.
I can't. This is the first time it's ever happened for me, Draco. I'm about to blow my wad.
Well, I've only ever done one ILS landing, and that was purely accidental.
Flaps 1,
I'm on flaps 2.
flaps 2.
Are you like right behind me?
Yeah. Well,
Awesome.
I am
I don't know what I am.
8 miles out
Oh,
from
okay.
it. I see both of you ahead of me, but I think you both are on left.
Nope. I'm
No.
on left,
No,
he's on
no, no.
right.
I see you on right. Yeah, you should be like almost at the beginning of the runway there. Are you yelling the glide slope because we're on it or what?
Do what?
It's been yelling at me glide slope.
Oh.
So I want to make sure that it's yelling at me because it's got it.
Brake. Brake.
Yeah.
Brake.
Yeah.
Brake.
Minimum 500.
300.
Jeez, you don't have to yell at me.
I've got it captured.
400.
Gonna kick up 200. I'm at idle. Autopilot off.
300.
Nose up slightly. Too much, damn it.
$200.
Come on. Wow. Huh.
I had to loop back around to line up on it, but I've got it.
100.
Looks like
I'll be damned.
Looks like Draco's got it. As in, he's got it landed just about. He's at 43 feet over there. Zig, hopefully they're telling you that, you know, you need to clear the runway because I'm coming in right behind you.
It did say, it said exit next taxi. Exit next taxiway. Yep, I'm clear.
650. On the glide slope. Lights say I'm on the glide slope. We don't need you. back off on the speed some more.
All right.
300 minimums.
How about that?
All right.
200.
Off the runway.
Autopilot off.
1.6.
100 flared up a little bit.
Foxtrot.
Hold position. Roger.
And I'm gonna taxi to parking.
Hong Kong ground.
So they can send me to the field.
502 Foxtrot.
Yeah, right.
Taxi to parking.
Oh, I couldn't even feel the wheels hit. I didn't. It was so nice. Yes.
Via taxiway Alpha 7, Victor, uniform 2,
Slow.
uniform.
50.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha 7, Victor, uniform 2, uniform. Embraer
Next
02
taxiway. Yes, sir.
Foxtrot.
Thank you.
Laps at 0. Lights. Let's see. 3. We can just keep our taxi on.
I know I turned that off.
Didn't release me. I'm still supposed to be on hold position, I think. Well, that was the first ILS lock on I've had. That was kind of
Okay.
cool.
Clear runway.
Not sure exactly how I did it, but oh, pff, there's a box truck driving down the taxiway. Come on. I gotta pee. Hurry up. Come on, buddy.
Flaps at 0. Taxi lights.
This is not a bad looking airport.
Taxi to parking, please. So if we come over here to checklist. Approach. Well,
I'm not
yeah, we
trying
did
to
all
do a
those
takeoff.
before landing. Yaw dampener to landing gear. Yep, we did all that. After landing, flaps, lights, and transponder. That's the one that I'm missing. So reference 1 hour 38 minutes in the air.
I don't know if I. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, 1 hour 41
Sure.
is what I had. Is that about what you had? What'd you say, 39?
138 from actual
That's
takeoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was off before you, landed after you. That's not too bad. What was flight time for this?
I thought it said it was 2 hours. 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Navlog. 2 hours and 2 minutes. We beat it by 20 minutes.
So I'm heading over here to general aviation parking.
Yep.
Keep hitting brakes. And I got the thing at idle and it still wants to.
Roll real quick.
You should fly the Caravan. It wants to do about. It wants to take off at idle when you're trying to taxi.
Hong Kong ground. World travel 7526. Taxi to the gate. World travel
Juliet
7526. Taxi to the
4,
gate.
Juliet,
November.
Juliet 5.
Taxiway Alpha 6 Bravo.
Okay, so I'm looking. Well, no,
Taxiing
Really?
to
Hold
I'm on
position?
Juliet,
Are
so I
you
went
kidding me?
Juliet.
taxiway Alpha 6 Bravo. World travel 7526.
Come on. Is there any? There's a truck behind me. He can wait. Holding for him. Come on. There's a pickup truck like on my ass. They're telling me to hold position. Bullshit.
So I got to cross the runway that we just landed on.
Oh, did you go the other side?
When I landed, I turned left.
Oh yeah,
I should have turned right, but the next one would have been, so it's okay. Juliet 5, Kilo 3. Kilo. Yep. And then down to Zelo 2.
Turn everything off. Off.
All right. We are in.
Off. Closed.
All right, we'll do our shutdown. Press levers, idle, check. Brakes on.
That's all for shutdown. All right. Zelo 2. This is Zelo 3.
So see where Zig is. I don't see you anywhere near me, Zig.
ADS probes.
Did you go to general aviation parking?
Yeah. They'll stay on auto. Enter. Engine 1 and 2 switches off.
Z2.
Oh, those are over here. Engine 1 and 2. Oh, that's off. Wing stab off. Start. Stop start. Oh,
Park it right here. Okay.
Camera, don't crash on me now. Oh, there you go.
I love how it parked all three of us in completely different areas. Stuck me way to hell out here by myself.
Yeah, I've got a Coronado probably on the other side of that building from me. So if we go aircraft Zig.
Okay.
No?
That done.
Draco.
Leaving the airplane. Emergency light switch off.
No, that is Zig.
There.
1/10 of a mile on the other side of the building from you.
Is
I can
it?
see your
Okay.
I can see your tag.
Okay. Alright, so shutdown is simply levers are there, parking brake is on,
So lights. Turn that
windshield's
off.
off.
Okay, lights off.
ES probe
Yeah.
off,
Last thing is battery.
and engine switches. Those are off. So we're good through that. Stabilizer, yeah, it's off.
All right.
And then we
Stand
just
up.
have to turn those off. While we'll do that, we'll do those.
We're gonna exit the plane. See if I can figure out
MDF
this
check,
door.
and then signs and outlets, making it off, and we can open
Yep.
the doors.
And I will let Moondog take us out when he's ready, so he can tell you a little bit about what the Monkey Show is.
A bunch of monkeys.
About the special thing the Monkey Show is doing this holiday season coming up.
Right. Okay, so we're all set here. I'm just finishing my switches off here real quick. Off,
Hurry up.
off, off, off. Hurry up, hurry.
I gotta
Okay.
pee. I gotta
Well,
pee.
cool. All right.
Me too.
Thanks for everyone stopping by. Thanks for everyone for the subscriptions. Us hitting our milestones, Draco and I. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks Z Dead Gaming for showing up here at the end. Don't forget to check out all the rest of the monkeys from Monkey Show, Bipolar Prophet, Farmer Dad, Zigzaggy, Draco, Stubby, and Kevin Roy, all streaming. Wonderful guys. The Bipolar Prophet gives back Christmas portion is going on right now. He is taking donations for a good cause for to help a family in need. In his words, all kids want to be able to open something on Christmas morning. So if you have the extra and feel like you want to send it to some place good that you know someone about, send it to BP. His links are on his page for that, and I will make sure for my next stream I have it in my description. So that's pretty much everything. We will see you next time. I will be here tomorrow doing some farming. The next time we will be flying will be Saturday night, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, U.S. time. So check your local time against that, and everyone have a wonderful evening.
Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.